Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm Just Sminsky, and I'm firing up The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which you can see on the screen.
By the way, scary warning.
This strange gloom keeps getting thicker.
Yeah, scary warning.
We've been descending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
Okay, so we're doing the Follow Zelda into the Depths of Hyrule. We want a scary warning on this to say this gets super creepy. So if you're sensitive to atmospheric creepiness, you might want to skip ahead. I think we can set that up so that there's a link in the description that takes you to after the creepy bit. If you can't figure out how to do that, I'll at least put a timestamp at the bottom. So if you need to skip ahead, then just skip ahead.
And on
Otherwise,
screen, preferably.
just be aware that this starts to get really quite scary and dark. But I'm just Sminsky, as I said earlier, and I'm currently here with Ludumrex
Hi.
and Miphani
Hiya.
for basic family gaming time, where we're going to do a playthrough on Tears of the Kingdom, which Ludumrex and Miphani have already been playing, so I have the advantage of knowing a bunch of stuff that's coming up. We'll see how far that advantage gets me. Now, for now, Ludumrex is going to flee the scene, and we'll get...
Because I don't like the starting bit.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And we'll get...
Tell me when it's over.
Yep. He was just saying, tell me when it's over, which we'll do. It's like you've gone into a different room, and we'll fetch him back once we're through this bit. Beneath Hyrule Castle. Oh.
People have been falling ill after coming into contact with the gloom drifting through these caverns. Though here it seems almost misty and not concentrated enough to harm us. We'll keep going, with it coming up from beneath Hyrule Castle. We do not know what waits below, so we need to be ready for anything. But I know I'll be okay with you, Link. Let's go solve this mystery.
Pretty much the same control system as Breath of the Wild. And I'm pretty sure this must be a sequel. It seems like there's debate about is it prequel or sequel, but all his hearts, he's got the Master Sword, and Zelda doesn't think he's an idiot, which she did in Breath of the Wild.
Yes, definitely a sequel.
So I never imagined this was all deep beneath Hyrule Castle.
Huh?
So like how with Zelda, it's always like, this is really dangerous. We're just gonna plunge right in here by ourselves. But it'll all be okay because you're here. And Glowing Master Sword, which in Breath of the Wild meant stuff infected with malice was nearby. So, definite sign of evil bad guys ahead. Did we hear anything about the Zonai in Breath of the Wild?
I don't think so.
So, hear about the Zonai. This is where it all gets a bit H.P. Lovecraft. There's a short story called The Nameless City. That's basically like a archaeologist descending into a ruined city in the middle of a desert somewhere. And it's all quite dark and terrifying. Huge, large ears.
Is there anything about the Zonai and Skyward Sword? That's all highly insane, isn't it?
Yeah. But it does have like the three goddesses descending from the stars, doesn't it? So the Zonai could be some kind of elaboration on people from the stars. Unless in Skyward Sword the Zonai connection is meant to be those flying things. What are the flying things? Yeah, the ones that you ride in Skyward Sword.
The bird chariots.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a bit rude seeing as Zonai seem to be massively superior creatures.
Yeah, that would be a bit rude.
Not that it's ever stopped anybody from being rude.
Oh, yeah, so.
You are not hurt, are you, Link? Look at these murals. The written histories of the royal family include stories of a great war fought long ago. It was a conflict between allied tribes and someone only ever referred to as the Demon King. Is it possible? Do these murals depict the same legend? This is similar to the statues we saw earlier, a Zonai. And these figures look like Hylians. This depiction certainly suggests that the Zonai descended from the heavens.
And there's like 7 tear shapes around it.
It is said that my ancestors, the first of Hyrule's royal family, were born from a union with gods who had descended from the heavens. These murals tell a similar story, and if they are accurate, then the gods mentioned were the Zonai. They must have forged a relationship with the Hylians of that time, working together to establish the Kingdom of Hyrule. This figure, he seems to be stealing something of incredible power from the young kingdom. This all aligns with what I've read during my studies. And then this, it shows the Demon King. And a fierce battle against him. If the creature depicted here really does represent the Demon King, then... Oh. Incredible! This mural must be the Great War recorded in the royal histories. This is the imprisoning war, and the events that led up to it. Link! This is a huge discovery! All right then, now to use this invention of Pura's. I'm glad I didn't leave it behind. It's so easy to record. You point it and click. Oh. It looks like the rest of the murals are obscured.
You're blowing it up, maybe.
Just what is this place?
You're smashing it.
Maybe we'll find more answers farther ahead.
It's like a sword.
Link,
Sword with a...
let's keep moving deeper.
Cool. So, it's giving us lots of interesting context. And from here, it gets a bit Silent Hill, in my view. It's like, back in the original Silent Hill game, there'd be this like opening bit where you're following a character around and then having to explore. Oh, climb as well. Yeah, there. Except in the Silent Hill game, the music gets creepy, but also the angles start going really like that, and then it forces up like that. Whereas at least we can control the angle here.
Yeah, I find it's also horrible when you can't control the computer, you can't see what's coming.
Yes. It's also really hard trying to walk at Zelda's speed. So like push the Joy-Con really gently. It's just I think it's just desperate to run around like this.
Also the Joy-Con, it's a bit funky. It always wants to drift you off to the left anyway.
What is that?
So nasty.
Link!
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me. Zelda. You who carries that fragile sword. A Link. Raru placed his faith in you. And that was all you could do.
How do you know our names?
It's the same glow when Zelda disappears that was coming off of that TNT version of Zelda.
Yeah. Did you need to turn that taboo thing? There's definitely some timey-wimey stuff going on. Have some theories. We know when I can share.
Yeah. Is this safe for getting Ludumrex back?
Yes, it is. Go fetch.
Link, finally you wake.
So, Ludumrex returning.
I'm back.
I've heard a great deal about you from Zelda. Your wounds were severe. I am relieved to see you escape death. Your arm, however, was beyond saving. I had to replace it, lest the injury endanger you further.
Well, here we are with the more familiar Link starting a game.
Every time this Link, he gets like severely injured and has to be like put in some kind of healing, he just loses his clothes.
Yep. So all out clothes. Hearts back down,
To 3.
and it's a bit dark in here, so I just got stuck against the wall. So we got these.
Funny new arm.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be funny if like you did all the things in the starting area and then you got to the final thing. You were about to do the final thing and then you didn't. That's the sort of thing. Need guidance?
Climb around. Wait, hold on. Where's my sword?
To your right. To your right. And there it is. What's that? Examine. Hey, there it is. Just. Well,
Busted.
yeah.
How could you be so careless?
Little sad music. The decayed master sword.
Thanks to the gloom. Or whatever it's called. Why did they call it gloom and not malice?
Yeah, well, it's like, I mean, it's different, isn't it? So, like, lots is similar but different. Like, so like these markings, like, you could turn around and not drift, yeah. So like those markings, and then that kind of design is, it was around here somewhere. There you go, like on the walls and stuff. Like it's very similar to all the Sheikah design that we used to from
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild,
But it's not quite.
but different.
Because basically, my theory is Zelda's gone back in time, possibly to Varu times, so we're talking thousands of years ago.
As in like Zonai times.
Yeah. And so everything that we did in Breath of the Wild has happened, except now in that timey-wimey, time travel thing.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Whereas Zelda's gone back, time has changed, so everything it's similar, but it's not quite the same because the timelines changed slightly. We're on a slightly different timeline now to we would have been had Zelda not gone back.
Yeah.
And because it's called Tears of the Kingdom, and gloom is a word that's sort of quite associated with sadness. And so there's a sadness going on in the world at the moment, which is where they're sort of tying in the tears and the gloom.
And then the upheaval.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we won't get into that just yet because
Spoilers.
yeah.
Spoilery spoiler face.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's all very precedented by all the kind of like Ocarina of Time gameplay where you specifically go back in time to change things so that stuff is different
And
in other
Majora's
time
Mask.
zones. Yep.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, we're talking about Majora's Mask to be spoilers?
No, because that's
Okay.
nothing else.
Because I'm pretty sure that when you go back in time using the Ocarina of Time, everything stays the same except for how many days it is until the apocalypse.
Yeah, so the things that with all of that, everything. This is how your classic time travel genre stuff generally works. Is everything that you've not interacting with that you haven't done anything to change will always happen the same. But then anything you as a character or the character, if it's a film or a play or a book, does that changes the timeline, that has little knock-on implications to other stuff.
Yep.
Which is why, like in Majora's Mask, there's lots of people doing the same thing all the time, but other people start doing something slightly different because of something that you've done.
Yep. So then we can expect lots of time travel shenanigans.
Hello, Sheikah technology.
Yeah, except it's not in Zonai too much.
Yeah. But that is the blue. Here's a really good tip for every controller. Zonai apart from Sheikah. Sheikah technology looks blue, whereas Zonai technology looks green.
Okay. So you're saying that like so you're saying that this is actually going to be Sheikah
Yep.
rather than Zonai.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we got like a couple of references as well. So this basically looks like Stargate.
Not started.
Show him.
Which is
Another time-travelling space dimension classic of the 90s.
yeah. So it's a hit 90s film in which the whole of ancient Egypt is explained by aliens who travel. Well, I guess that they weren't travelling through time, though, were they? So the Stargate was all about you go through the Stargate through some means, I can't remember how, and it's connected up to another Stargate on the other side of the universe, and then you go there instantly. And the pyramids were built by aliens, according
Classic
to
conspiracy
Stargate thing?
theory.
yeah. And then the other kind of like Egyptian-oriented reference is the way creepy guy down in the basement looks so much like Mumra from hit 80s cartoon Thundercats. And that was a deliberate reference. He does look amusingly like Mumra. Minus bandages.
Yeah,
So
minus the
classic of the genre as well.
So I'm just getting some basic climbing and diving dynamics in.
We should watch
Height.
Back to the Future again for time travel research.
Yep.
What?
We end up with some character running up to Link and going, Linky, you gotta come back with me!
Marty! You've got to come back with me! Where? Back to the future!
That would definitely be a reference. There's a chest.
You had one job, Link. You had one job, and that was to press the button in front of the chest. But no, you kicked it. You kicked it.
Kicks it with his bare foot, but you get some archaic leg wear, which is like
Sandals.
a skirt and some sandals.
A kilt. And some sandals. And a little pouch.
Yep, nice kilt in a pouch.
Your summertime of Ludumrex.
And then here we finally get to the outside world.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, the game got you to jump and then made you think, oh, there's going to be a thing of water down there, so let's see if the jump. And then you jump, and then there's no water. You just don't land in the water. Don't land in water.
Funny's not the word I'd use, but now this has like huge Skyward Sword flashbacks.
And scroll the screen to the left. Keep scrolling. You see that orb?
Mm-hmm.
Death Star.
Oh yeah, there's Death Star.
Have you been in it yet?
I have.
Me too.
And a cube.
And I fell out of it, and I landed in a very shallow puddle.
So, I think we're gonna leap off it, because that seems like
Yeah, seems good.
the safest, most sensible thing to do right now.
I think it's the only thing you can do right now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the bit that just lost needs to be lost. Oops.
Massive Skyward Sword vibes, because that's how you fall over all the time in Skyward Sword. There's a lily pad, so I don't
It's a giant.
stand there.
I think. By the way, I can tell what type of lily pad that is. It's a giant lily pad. Yes, that is an actual real world thing. A giant lily pad is an actual species of lily pad.
Ooh. Great Sky Island. Dragon in the distance. And
Many a cloud barrier reference.
yeah. Yeah.
Like the fact that the cloud barrier gets broken.
And I think we're going to need to pause here for now. We've got Link from what's presumably the end of Breath of the Wild, sometime after the end of Breath of the Wild, investigating tunnels beneath Hyrule. Mum-Ra blew everything up. Ended up in the sky somehow, in the Sky Kingdom that doesn't exist in Breath of the Wild, so weird interdimensional time travels afoot. And here we
Or
are
maybe it was up here the whole time.
in a Breath of the Wild style, hugely open landscape, which we will explore next time. So that's goodbye from me for now. Goodbye from Ludumrex.
Bye.
Goodbye from Miphani.
Bye.
Goodbye from our cat, who's got his back to us because we won't let him trample our tech. See you in episode 2.